Claude released an article on the best setup for large scale projects. I read it so you don't have to. Here's what it says. Number one, the Claude MD file. This is the file that Claude looks at the beginning of each section so it understands how your code base works. Make sure you always have one and keep it short, around 300 lines. And if you have a mono repo that is one code base with multiple services or projects, make sure you have a separate Claude MD file for each section. Number two, use hooks. Hooks are scripts that control Claude's behavior at specific moments. For example, you use a hook to tell Claude what file to look at the start of each session. You could use a hook to block Claude from editing specific files. And you could use a hook at the end of your session to tell it to do specific things, like updating your Claude MD file with all the new findings from that session. Number three, skills. Skills help Claude perform specific specialized tasks. It helps Claude do things it already knows how to do, but do them better. And the important part is that they only load when they're actually needed so they don't bloat your context. Number four, install plugins. Plugins are a package of skills, hooks, and MCPs. Again, these are just things that help improve your overall output. When you install a plugin, it gives you one static context. So you can give them to your team, or if you want to replicate something from a different project, you install that plugin, it gives you the same context. So you build the same thing with no deviation and everything remains consistent. Number five, LSPs or language server protocols. These give Claude a deeper understanding of the programming language used for your project so it could better navigate through your code base. Once the basics of your app are set up, configure MCPs. By default, Claude can only look at your code. MCPs let you connect to external tools, documentation, data, logs, anything that exists outside of your code base. So Claude could use those things whenever it needs to, so you're not copying and pasting things and bringing things inside of your terminal. MCPs extend Claude's reach to things it can't get to otherwise. Number seven, create subagents. Subagents are separate instances of Claude that all have their own context, so they don't bloat your overall context window. Think of them as a bunch of little mini Claudes that go out to do specific things and then report back to your main Claude agent. You could set them up exactly how you want, like which model you want them to use, their purpose, and you could set up rules for them, like how you want them to navigate through your code. Your main agent controls overall project execution while using the sub agents you set up for the actual work. Finally, you want to make your code base as easy for Claude to navigate as possible. This means keeping a clean code structure using folders and subdirectories, keeping clean and organized Claude MD files, using .ignore for files that Claude doesn't need to look at, and even creating a code-based map if needed. I'm going through each of these in more detail in the next videos, so follow if you want to learn how to actually set them up.